try this again. I wasn't quite sure what to call this video. I was having a discussion, just kind of sorting through memories because my daughter's second birthday was yesterday. Thinking back on things about how my viewpoints on life have changed, you know, outside life, and my viewpoints on what's important to me have changed, and how I've evolved through sections of my life, through growing with the kids, through just experiences that I've had. And I was thinking about, you know, how far I've come in my life, as well as, you know, what priorities are to me now versus what priorities were to me as a teenager, as a college kid, as someone searching for a long-term relationship, versus someone who was engaged, versus someone who was married, versus someone who has kids, you know, and made me think forward to, you know, what my parents probably think about watching me having kids, and how I expect to feel when my kids have their kids, and how I'll share the memories, all the embarrassing stuff, the photos, and that sort of thing. It's kind of remembrances. And we got to talking about, you know, how deceased people, or how people who fear death, or how people who they've even had near-death experiences or major health issues tend to change priorities. You know, when you're a kid, it's all about you. You know, your parents take care of you. It's your job to do well in school. It's your job to do well in sports, or it's your job to do the chores at home. You know, it's you. I think they say that females mature faster than guys because females understand the concept of taking care of other people more, because in society still it is the female role to care. I mean, it sounds stupid, but it's true. It's our job to pay attention to birthdays, send birthday cards. It's our job to do schedule appointments. It's our job to clean. It's our job to work. It's our job to everything, literally. So I think that the fact that what we do affects other people hits females quicker than it does men. You know, as we grow college age, we realize, hey, it's a whole big wide world out there that can be kind of overwhelming. It can be a great sense of freedom as well. And then we come back from college, you start out on your own, you start your life with friends, you know, maybe you come back home, and then you're saving up to stand out on your own, strike out on your own. And then, you know, you find a long-term relationship. And then you start thinking about not yourself, but your partner and you as a couple. And then you start to think about, okay, is this permanent or not? Get engaged, you get married, and you're like, okay, well, what about adding a dog to the relationship? What about adding a child to the relationship? You have children, and your whole world changes. Your whole world perspective changes because you realize that everybody is somebody else's child, whether they're a douchebag or not. Everybody is somebody else's child. Everybody is probably somebody else's sister or brother or niece, nephew, relative, aunt. You know, everyone is somebody's something. And that idea alone can be kind of earth-shattering to someone who's been very self-centered for a long time. A lot of people aren't necessarily ready for the roles that they think that they're ready for. I think that's why a lot of marriages fall apart when kids come into factor, especially kids that may have health issues, kids that may have autism. I mean, unfortunately, you see it a lot. A lot of autism parents are single mothers. It sucks, but it's true. And I think that it's simply because people aren't ready to take on the responsibility for another living human being. It is hard. It is very difficult. And if you can't take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of somebody else? That's why society says women at a young age, we babysit. They encourage young women to babysit. Don't encourage young men to babysit. I've never seen that in my entire life. Seriously, I haven't. And so that's why I say society kind of puts that role on women more so than men. I hope that changes. I really do. And I know that there are absolutely exceptions to that. I truly do. And I hope to see that more and more so that it doesn't become an exception. But for now, that's how it is. So we were talking about, you know, basically from the beginning when you're selfish to what you expect the end to be, or what I've seen from people's ends, what they prioritize more than anything. And when people pass, or when people come to me to be crossed over, the biggest thing that they talk about is forgiveness. That's why in the olden days you would have a father, priest, preacher, reverend, whatever. You would give confession before you passed, so that you would be forgiven, basically be offered forgiveness before you move on. And it made me think about, excuse me, made me think about if we could only work on forgiveness in our lives daily, that we would be much better off when we hit that point in our future where we do pass. Forgiveness isn't an important concept in our society, not at all. Maybe when people say forgive someone else, but really, what about forgiving us? And that's what a lot of people struggle with. It's easy to forgive somebody else. Somebody cut me off in traffic. Well, that sucks. You know what? Maybe they're late. Maybe they're in a rush. Maybe they're a douchebag. Whatever. You know, I forgive them. What if, I don't know, I forget the kids' stuff for school. So, maybe they don't get a lunch. But yeah. Okay, so I forget the kids' lunches for school. I don't have time to go back because I have to work, or I have to whatever, or the car breaks down, whatever, and they don't have lunch. Well, you know, there's a chance that there'll be, you know, they'll give them extra big snacks or something, but, you know, because of me, they won't have lunch. Well, it's harder to forgive myself for that than if somebody screwed it up at the daycare place, and like maybe the refrigerator broke down, so they only got part of their lunches because the cold stuff went bad. You know, I could forgive somebody for that. To forgive myself for getting lunch for my kids, that would be harder for me. Does that make sense? I feel like I need a better example than that. I can't think of one right now, though. So for self-forgiveness is huge, because even when we talk about relationships, familiar relationships. My sister was having a hard time last week. I kind of busted her instead of being more supportive. And I had to forgive myself for that, because, yeah, she wasn't really upset, but I was like, you know, I could have been nicer. I didn't really want to be. And their boyfriend nobody likes, you know. But, you know, so I had to forgive myself for that. Grandma has been having heart issues or whatever, so Mom's been helping her with that. So I have really been taking care of household stuff. So if I forget to do something, it doesn't get done. So if I forget to take out the trash, then, you know, I gotta wait another week, maybe two, till it gets taken care of. You know, it's hard to forgive myself for that and to say, oh, you know, she was busy, she didn't have time to do it, it's okay, no big deal. Well, we have to forgive ourselves for whatever reason. We have a way more difficult time with that. I have no idea why. But we really, really, really need to work on that as a society, and people that are trying to better ourselves. I think that is a huge, huge, huge step forward. Because forgiveness is a gigantic chunk of what everybody talks about. Everybody. You know, if you think if you passed today, would you have regrets? What would you regret? I would regret not telling people I love them. I would regret not having said sorry for whatever. I would regret not having resolved issues with whoever. Well, then you need to work on that today. Don't wait till you're dead. Work on it today. Better your life. Way, way, way better your life. Yeah? Yeah, totally. Okay. The next thing we talked about is love. You know, and it's always, we wish we had given more love. Really. Not that they had taken, not that someone had loved them more. They wished they loved other people more. They had given love more. And a lot of that is self-love. You know, I wish I had forgiven myself for this. I wish I had taken better care of myself and told myself that life is hard and it's okay. It's okay that life is hard. It's okay. I still love myself. You know, I take care of myself. A lot of people wish that they had done more stuff for themselves at specific points in their life. So, if you were to die today and you wish that you had had more wild colors in your hair. You wish that you had gotten more facials. You wish that you had treated yourself to more alone time, treated yourself to more craft time. Do that stuff now. Now. So forgiveness, love, self-love, giving love to other people. Tell everyone you love them every day. I love you guys, and I mean that genuinely. I love you guys. I have love for each and every single one of you. I do. The other thing that we talked about was, I can't even read, hope. Can't read my writing. So forgiveness, love, and hope. In our society, we don't talk about hope. We don't. We don't. I mean, I see people all the time talk about manifesting and affirmations and actualization and all this other mumbo jumbo stuff. Dude, forgiveness, love, and hope. That's what we need. That's all we need. Why hope? Why is hope important? Hope is the one thing that keeps people going. When things suck, hope that it is going to change and get better is like the best thing ever. Ever. And even in the Bible, they say you only have to have hope that's the size of a grain of mustard seed. You know, hope and faith. That's a faith that things will get better. Hope that things will get better. It says something in the Bible about that, and it's got to be kind of important. Faith and hope. Yeah, hope. Sorry, we're going to have to smush these videos together. So, my AC in the Jeep's getting fixed, so that was a good call to get. Hope. It is an essential part of life, truly. Love, forgiveness, and hope really make the bunch of what is our heart, you know, the resource that we pull on to fill ourselves, to fill our cup, so to speak, to keep going. These are the things that are necessities. Even though, you know, the Buddhists can talk about not killing any living creature. Yeah, that's great. But you know what? First, we have to take care of ourselves. And these are the things, the three things that really fill our cup to do that. So, forgiveness, which is absolutely first, love, and hope. It sounds so simple. Sounds so simple. But it's a little harder in practice. So, work on that. Try that out. Let me know what you think. Give me some feedback. Did I miss anything? Other than that, I'll talk to you guys later. I love you very much. I hope you have a great week.